The air crackles with anticipation. America braces itself for a moment that will be etched into the annals of history. A date has been etched into the annals of history, January 10th, 2025. This day is not just another mark on the calendar, it is a day that will be remembered for generations to come. On this day, former President Donald J. Trump will stand before a judge and learn his fate. The courtroom will be a stage for a drama that has been building for years, a culmination of events that have divided a nation. The charges against him are unprecedented, striking at the very heart of our democracy. These are not just legal accusations, they are allegations that question the integrity of the highest office in the land. Allegations of falsified business records, hush money payments, and an attempt to undermine the integrity of an election have cast a long shadow over Trump's legacy. These claims have sparked debates, protests, and a media frenzy that shows no signs of abating. The world watches, captivated by a legal drama that could reshape the American political landscape. Will justice be served? This question echoes not just in the halls of the courthouse but in homes, offices, and public spaces around the globe. Will the rule of law prevail? This is a test of the American judicial system, a system that prides itself on fairness and impartiality. The outcome of this case will either reinforce or challenge that belief. These questions hang heavy in the air as the nation awaits the outcome of this historic case. The tension is palpable, the stakes incredibly high. People from all walks of life are united in their curiosity and concern. The gravity of the situation is undeniable. This is more than a legal proceeding, it is a moment that will define the future of American democracy. The courthouse has become a symbol of justice, a place where history will be made. The weight of history rests on the shoulders of the judge, the jury, and the defendant. Each decision, each word spoken in that courtroom will be scrutinized, analyzed, and remembered. The eyes of the world are upon them, eager to witness the unfolding of this pivotal moment in American history. This is not just an American story, it is a global event, a testament to the interconnectedness of our world. Conversations buzz in cafes, social media feeds light up with opinions and speculations, and protesters gather, holding signs that reflect the deep divisions within society. This is a day that will be remembered, a day that will be studied in history books, a day of reckoning that approaches with every tick of the clock. As the sun sets over the courthouse, the world holds its breath, waiting for the verdict that will shape the course of history. The anticipation is almost unbearable, the outcome uncertain, but one thing is clear: January 10th, 2025 will be a day that no one will ever forget. The charges against Donald Trump are not mere technicalities. They strike at the core of ethical conduct and abuse of power. Prosecutors allege a pattern of deception and illegal activity, meticulously documented and presented before the court. Central to the case are allegations of falsified business records, meticulously crafted to conceal potentially damaging information from the public. These records, prosecutors argue, were part of a larger scheme to mislead voters and influence the outcome of the 2016 presidential election. Furthermore, the charges delve into the murky world of hush money payments, allegedly made to silence individuals with information that could have harmed Trump's campaign. These payments, prosecutors contend, were not only unethical, but also illegal, violating campaign finance laws. The gravity of these charges cannot be overstated. They paint a picture of a man willing to exploit his power and influence for personal gain, undermining the very principles of transparency and accountability that are fundamental to a functioning democracy. Presiding over this high-stakes trial is Judge Juan Merchan, a seasoned jurist known for his unwavering commitment to the rule of law. His reputation precedes him, fair, impartial, and unyielding in his pursuit of justice.
Judge Merchan's role in this case is pivotal. He is the gatekeeper of justice, ensuring that the proceedings are conducted fairly and impartially, shielding them from external pressures and political influence.
Throughout the trial, Judge Merchan has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to upholding the law, regardless of the defendant's status or political affiliations. His rulings have been firm, his demeanor measured, and his focus unwavering, to ensure a fair and just trial for all parties involved. The weight of the nation's expectations rests heavily on Judge Merchan's shoulders. His decisions, his interpretations of the law, and his ultimate verdict will have far-reaching consequences, shaping not only the course of this case but also the future of American jurisprudence. Section 4. unraveling the web, falsified records, and hush money. This chapter delves into the intricate and often murky world of financial deception and political maneuvering. We will explore how falsified records and hush money payments were allegedly used to influence the outcome of the 2016 election. The prosecution's case hinges on a complex web of financial transactions, each meticulously documented and presented as evidence. These transactions are not just numbers on a spreadsheet, they tell a story of a deliberate attempt to deceive the public and manipulate the democratic process. The evidence suggests that these financial maneuvers were part of a broader strategy to influence the outcome of the 2016 election. Campaign posters and legal documents paint a vivid picture of the lengths to which some individuals were willing to go to secure victory.
At the heart of this web lie falsified business records, which were allegedly created to conceal the true nature of payments made to individuals who possessed potentially damaging information about Trump. These records were not just simple accounting errors, they were deliberate fabrications designed to hide the truth. The payments in question were allegedly made to silence individuals who could have jeopardized Trump's campaign. Confidential documents and courtroom testimonies reveal a concerted effort to keep these transactions under wraps.
These records, prosecutors argue, were part of a concerted effort to mislead voters and manipulate the electoral process. The stakes were incredibly high, and the lengths to which the accused went to secure their desired outcome were extraordinary. The prosecution has presented a compelling case backed by a mountain of evidence. This includes not only financial records but also emails and witness testimonies that collectively paint a damning picture of a calculated scheme to deceive the public.
They have painted a picture of a calculated scheme to silence opposition and secure victory by any means necessary. The narrative they present is one of manipulation and deceit, aimed at undermining the democratic process.
The defense, however, maintains that these allegations are baseless. They argue that the prosecution's case is built on a foundation of political bias and that the evidence presented is circumstantial at best. According to the defense, this is nothing more than a politically motivated witch hunt designed to tarnish Trump's reputation and undermine his legacy. They claim that the payments in question were not illegal and that Trump was unaware of any wrongdoing. They argue that the payments were legitimate business expenses and that there was no intent to deceive or manipulate. The defense insists that Trump was focused on his campaign and had no knowledge of any illicit activities. The courtroom drama continues to unfold, with both sides presenting their arguments and evidence in a bid to sway the jury and the public.
Section 5, the sword of justice hangs, gravity of the charges. The charges against Donald Trump are not to be taken lightly. These allegations have sent shockwaves through the political landscape, stirring debates and discussions across the nation. The gravity of these charges cannot be overstated, as they touch upon the very core of democratic principles and the rule of law. They represent a serious breach of public trust and a blatant disregard for the rule of law. The allegations suggest actions that undermine the integrity of the office he once held, raising questions about accountability and justice in the highest echelons of power.
The potential consequences of a guilty verdict are significant, carrying the weight of both legal and political ramifications. A conviction could lead to severe penalties, including substantial fines, probation, or even imprisonment. Moreover, it would set a precedent for how future leaders are held accountable for their actions.
The prosecution has argued for a sentence that reflects the gravity of the offenses, emphasizing the need for accountability and deterrence. They assert that a strong and clear message must be sent to uphold the principles of justice and to deter similar conduct in the future. They believe that a strong message must be sent that no one, not even a former president, is above the law. This case has become a litmus test for the justice system, scrutinized by both national and international observers who are keen to see how the rule of law is applied in such a high-profile case.
A guilty verdict could have far-reaching implications for Trump's future, potentially leading to fines, probation, or even imprisonment. It would also have a profound impact on his political career, possibly barring him from holding public office again and influencing the political landscape for years to come. It would also tarnish his legacy, casting a long shadow over his presidency and his place in American history. The repercussions of such a verdict would extend beyond the individual, affecting the perception of the presidency and the trust of the American people in their leaders.
The defense, however, remains steadfast in its belief that the charges are politically motivated and without merit. They argue that the prosecution's case is built on shaky grounds, driven by partisan interests rather than solid evidence. They are prepared to mount a vigorous defense, challenging the prosecution's evidence and arguing for acquittal on all counts. The defense team is determined to expose what they see as flaws and inconsistencies in the prosecution's case, aiming to clear Trump's name and restore his reputation. This trial is not just about one man, it is about the principles of justice, accountability, and the rule of law. The outcome will resonate far beyond the courtroom, influencing public opinion and the future of political accountability in the United States. As the nation watches closely, the proceedings will unfold, revealing the strengths and weaknesses of both the prosecution and the defense. The final verdict will be a defining moment, not only for Donald Trump but for the American justice system as a whole. In the end, the trial will serve as a testament to the enduring principles of justice and the rule of law, reminding us all that in a democracy, no one is above the law.